Okay, guys, what's up? It's time for Bleach,
Bleach.
and we welcome back Don Italy 92 back to the stage.
Yeah, just had to take a break.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, but you guys didn't come here to listen to me ramble on about myself. You came here to listen to me ramble on about Bleach.
Yeah. So Bleach, we had a couple different things happen this time instead of just one thing happen. Uh,
But overall, it was like, despite the fact that so much technically did happen, it still felt it still was a chapter that felt like not much happened.
hmm.
Because I mean, it pretty much set up like some of the fights, I guess.
Hmm.
So Grimjow's the was it is finally gonna get it just when he finally thinks he's gonna get a fight with his opponent. Nope, he gets poisoned.
Right.
So how long is Grimjow gonna be down for? Who knows?
If at all, really.
Well, I mean he's technically went down,
Hmm.
but like I said, for how long? Who knows?
Yeah, I think he's probably just gonna get right back up, but
Not immediately, because I mean it's poison.
yeah, but I don't know. I just have a feeling.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you have to have that time period where the bad guy's just gonna sit there and gloat about how good his poison is,
Yeah, I guess that's true.
and then Grimjaw's just gonna get up, and be like, "That was nothing."
Yeah, I don't know. I'm immune to poison for some explain from no adequately explored reason, which I'm about to explain now.
It was an ability I was given when I was reborn.
Right. It was ability I
That
got when I unlocked the Segunda Etapa.
something like that.
I don't know.
So, but anyway, and then you see that was I believe it was the Miracle was the one that was by himself, didn't encounter anybody.
Yeah. He was the one that I guess Ichigo's group was chasing because Ichigo's like we
No, no,
completely lost sight of him.
no. They're talking about Grimjaw
Oh, oh yeah.
and the other guy, Askins, I believe.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, the Miracle is the
So
guy who was just looking around like, you guys are so
he went
screwed
and
when I get my hands on you.
yeah, because the direction he went had nobody.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was just a dead end, right?
Nobody was there to meet his challenge,
Hmm.
which begs the question: we saw all but one of we them boys. Where's the wild card?
Huh.
Where is he?
I don't know.
It's a good question because
Which one are we talking about now?
the only one of the we them boys who we consider a wild card at this point.
I completely forgot who's left.
Who are
Uh,
you?
oh,
He's the wild card because
oh,
we don't know because we still don't know if he's truly on Habak's side or not.
oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that you were including him in
Well, yeah,
that group.
because that's what I mean. Because he's technically, as far as we know, he's with Habak and with we them boys
Oh,
plus plus possibly one girl, whatever the fuck that hooded thing is.
yeah. I just kind of mentally compartmentalize like Yuhabak and Hashvald and Uryu separate from the Squad Zero of the Quincy.
Yeah, well, he's tech. I guess so, but at the same time, it's like, well, there's nobody. All of we them boys have been deployed, and we have, you know, Ashkins being chased by Grimjow. The Miracle is nope with nobody.
Hmm.
Um, we have what's his name? Friggin', I forget what his name is. Friggin', Snipe one of the Shikigami. I forget his name, but apparently he's important or semi-important.
Oh, you talking about fuck, what the hell?
The,
Shuhei Hisagi.
I'm trying to remember what. I don't remember him.
Oh, you're talking
It's not
about
like
the Quincy X-axis.
no, not Access. Oh yeah, well yeah, the Quincy's name I don't remember, but I also don't remember why he's so that guy. Is people's like are like all like, oh my god, he can't be dead. We don't want him to die because we haven't seen. He's so important. Even though he's the second character, he's so important. And we want to see his Bankai. I'm like, okay, who is he? I
Oh
don't
yeah,
reckon.
Shuhei. Yeah.
I don't recognize him at all. Or
You don't recognize
I mean,
Shuhei?
we've gone over this. I have trouble keeping track of their names, let alone their faces.
He's a lieutenant of Tosin, Captain Tosin's division. He was he's the one that fought Tosin with Komamura
And
when
Tosin
in
was the blind guy.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
and
I know
then
it's it.
Kensei, yeah,
I have
Kensei
I
was
have
the
so I have so yeah, but yeah,
yeah.
but isn't his what's his name Shinji? Isn't he the captain of that division now?
Uh no, that was Kensei.
Yeah, but Kensei's dead.
Yeah, so I don't know who will replace that.
First of all, we don't even know what the hell the Gote or freaking we don't even know what anything is going to be like after the aftermath of this because almost all of the Shikigami have been wiped out.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to start fresh. Meaning there's probably in terms of Shikigami, there's probably going to be a minimum of 13 people left, and those 13 people are going to be the ones to become the Gote 13.
Yeah, well like Renji and Rukia will become captains.
Most likely. Well, there's still actually of the remaining ones left. A lot of them are captains.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, most of them are captains,
Hmm.
or almost all the captains are still alive,
Yeah, if we
except for
assume that like Kensei and Rojiro are done, um, we can assume that well, Rukia will probably replace Ukitake, but Renji can
most
at least
likely.
replace either Kensei or Rose. I
Now,
don't know.
what I'm curious about is see that's one of the things that's going to be most curious is who's going to still be alive at the end of this whole ordeal because we don't even know like after the initial attack by the Quincy, we don't even know who was still alive
Right.
after that incident. And then you had the whole group, like the group get together to try and go up and to the Soul King's palace, and then the whole thing that freaking Yuha Bach did, and it's presumed that it's it's been somewhat implied that a good bit of the people that whatever Yuha just did to remodel the palace involved destroying, supposed like taking from the Soul Society.
Hmm.
So it's like, well, was there anything left? Did he destroy anybody that was there? Like, what the hell's like? Because for instance, you cannot Kenpachi cannot be a captain without his little devil. Like, come on, as a
Right.
lieutenant, you can't. And we don't even know like so many characters. Like when you look back at it, we've spent so much time slowly going through things and slowly doing this and slowly doing that. But then, okay, instead of showing us all this pointless stuff, why don't you show us what the fuck happened to like 3/4 of the friggin' Soul Society, all of the Shikigami, who would fought and then just okay, whether they won they lost sort of, but then they just disappear. You don't know if they were killed or if they're alive. Like really, but like the way he's been writing, Kubo's been writing, that's gonna be an entire arc in and of itself. Is everyone being found and we're like finding out what happened to them afterwards, and we're forgetting the Shikigami's wild card that hasn't been seen in many chapters.
Yeah,
Which
freaking
just in
Aizen.
case, yeah, like what the hell is he? What the fuck's been going on with Aizen? Did he come up with it? I'm assuming he's with the group.
Hmm.
So what the fuck is he doing?
I'm not entirely sure. I think they're saving. I think he's saving Aizen's real comeback, the true comeback for
You mean when he breaks free with his own power?
probably.
He's
I mean that's gonna be pretty hard considering he used the Hado 90 like and with his chair and himself included in that whole radius, and neither the chair nor him broke.
well. I would highly doubt that Aizen would kill himself.
Right.
So, but what's honestly, I what one possibility might be that they may be forced to act. Either he's gonna break free of his own power, or they're gonna be forced to, or they're gonna be forced to fully release him,
Uh-huh.
or some other weird thing like maybe Yuha Bak's gonna like destroy his bindings or something.
Yeah, maybe. Which would be stupid, but
Well, yes, but remember he's gonna be cocky.
yeah.
He's currently cocky, so he's like, "Oh, I'll take you on, Aizen." And then he breaks Aizen's restraints so he can fight him full on, and then Aizen just bitch slaps him like
Uh-huh.
there's no tomorrow. And then just when he thinks he's countered him and can see into the future, Aizen's already gotten into his head to the point where he can even create illusions in his. Oh my god! What if Aizen was so has become so incredibly powerful with his illusions that he could actually create illusions within Yuhabak's foresight ability, making him try and see. So when he tries to see into the future, he's actually seeing Aizen's illusions.
I got one word for that. Bankai.
Wait, Aizen never. I thought Aizen didn't use his Bankai yet.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, that's Bankai. That's definitely he's gonna pull out his Bankai, and the next thing friggin' Yuha Box thinking he's seeing, he's gonna even be able to control what Yuha Box sees in the future.
Actually,
That
I
is
should probably amend what I said. He's been using his Bankai this entire time in however many volumes Bleach is, because that is what his Bankai is. It's Bleach.
Bun. He's gonna be like Bunkai, and then just like you know, a big his sword will turn into a giant, just a giant version of the word bleach, and he's just gonna slam it on Yuha Bach or
Yep.
something.
Or just like the entire compilation of like manga volumes just appears in his hand. It's like, this is my
Is
Bankai.
my Bunkai. And then, no, in his left hand is all the volumes, and the right hand is like a little version of Kubo writing the next volume. This is my
Right.
Bankai, and this little man, I tell him what to write, and he'll write it, and he writes that you die,
Hmm.
so you die. So that's if you were like really skilled at like picture at Photoshop, you would I would definitely ask you to make that a picture.
I could try. Not sure how well it will go, but I could certainly try to do it.
But anyway, it would just be hilarious to see someone make a picture of that. Be like, Aizen's Bunkai,
Hmm.
Bleach volumes in one hand, Kubo in his other hand, writing more manga chapters.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, also we find out that the other two Stern Ritter one of the other rogue Stern Ritter pretty much confirms that Basby's dead
Oh yeah.
from right before dying himself or
Hmm.
herself, because the other. So this begs the question: what the fuck was their purpose? Was it so that way we could sort of get a hint at Hoshvalt's power?
Hmm.
we still don't fully understand it. So it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna explain it later, why waste the entire time having this flashback about Hoshfalt? And just these Stern Ritters could have just been dead, and back down the Soul Society, and they didn't have to be involved at all, and we could have saved ourselves a couple of chapters.
I don't know.
So what the hell is their purpose? They're
Not
dead
sure.
now.
Uh,
And then of course, like we said earlier, did that one sniper shot actually kill him, the other guy, or not?
uh, the one hit him
I
on the
hope.
shoulder, right? Yeah, the one hit him on
No,
the
no, no, it was
shoulder.
no. In one angle, it was in the one panel. It was the shoulder, and then it looked like it went through his shoulder, through his body, and then came out the left side.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, it came out with 90% white on the panel. Yeah, just
So the
see.
question is, I mean, he's certainly not gonna be. He's not doing well, but I would hope that he's not dead, because I mean that would be like kind of like, okay, well, that's legitimately, you couldn't get any more literal with the term one shot.
Yeah,
Like, really? Especially if he supposedly has a Bankai.
yeah. I mean, they hyped it up at the very beginning of this arc. Like Kensei tried to draw it out of him. He's like, you're gonna use your Bankai and shit like that, and he hasn't used it.
Like, that would be like, that it would definitely be Kubo's ultimate troll, is to have no new Bankais revealed
Oh
in the rest of the series.
gosh.
That would be the ultimate troll.
Hmm.
Because I'd be like, wait a minute, you're telling me, despite everything they've been through and all the troubles that Aizen and Yuhabak caused the world, the universes, you didn't feel the need to pull out your Bankai. Like, really?
Yeah,
That just seems ridiculous.
yeah, I'm
Now,
with you.
granted, I can't. So it's like, okay, why tell, hint or reveal that this guy has or say that this guy has a Bankai, and then say, oh, well, we're not going to show it. We're just going to tell you that he can do it.
Hmm.
Especially when it seems like he puts a lot of work into configuring the various abilities of these various Bankais.
Right.
And there's still, I mean, obviously we still have to wait to see what Ichigo's Bankai is, what friggin' Renji's new Bankai is, because didn't he also get a new sword?
Well, we saw it already.
We did? We did? I can't remember. It's been
Yeah,
so long.
when he killed Mask, he used the three Solo, Hihio, and Orochio.
And I don't know, what was the other one? The guy's name, Jesus. This is why one of the things I don't like about Bleach. So too many names that are hard to pronounce. Friggin' uh, friggin' Kuchi. I
We
forget.
haven't seen Byakuya's yet.
Yeah, there you go. We haven't seen. He got a new sword too, as well, I believe.
I
Right?
think so. I mean,
I believe so, because he was also there. Because wasn't it him? It was him, Ichigo, and or was it
Rukia and
him?
Renji.
Rukia Renji. We
Yeah, the
saw
four.
Rukia's bon. We saw. Wait, I forget. What did she? Was Rukia's Bankai before or after that? Because I know
Uh,
we saw her Bankai. I can't remember if it was before or after her trip to the Zero Division.
it was post Squad Zero trip.
Uh, okay, so yeah. So we saw her Bankai. We saw Renji's. We still haven't seen Ichigo's new Bankai, and we haven't seen Byakuya's new Bankai, as well as a slew of other captains' Bankais.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we know Kenpachi at this current time hasn't unlocked it, but it would be kind of stupid if you did, especially since he finally was able to unlock his first sword's first form
Hmm.
after like God knows how long. This would be the perfect opportunity for him to also unlock his Bankai. unless like they do some like thing where they're like, oh well, after everything's over, they're like, oh well, Kenpachi. If Kenpachi was to have a Bankai, it would just be able to tear through reality. He'd be so strong that he'd be able to like tear through reality or something. Like he freaking, whereas Aizen's Bankai allows him to create the story as he wants it,
Mm-hmm.
but Kenpachi could just literally like he activates Bankai, slices, just does one slash, and the entire story is sliced up into pieces. Literally, like just like you're reading it in a manga, like an actual physical manga, and then just after reading it, that scene, that panel, your thing just rips up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's ridiculous.
Battle of the Ages.
You like that would be the amazement. Like freaking Kenpachi Zaraki unlocking it, facing off against Yuha Bak with a Bankai. Just to see, I remember I said this earlier on, like I don't remember, like a couple of months ago, saying that if all of these people whose Bankai we're waiting to see activate them all at once, Yuha Bak would get fucked with just the sheer number of Bankais. Unless for some reason he could, like, because even with, being having the Soul King's powers, it's just like, okay, Bankais have been like the go-to thing when it came to just out, beating the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which then also brings up an interesting question: are the visors going to use their hollow? Are we going to see the hollow powers of the visors be used, or is that just going to be like, no, are they not? Or are they not going to use them? So that way he can just try to make people forget that it ever happened.
I mean, people aren't gonna forget, so he better make
Well,
them
yeah.
use it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Aizen, you
Yeah.
can't forget Aizen. So, and which means you're not going to forget about the visors. So, not only would I like to see some Bankais, I'd like to see the return of the Hollow Powers. Now, does since does now the thing I was always curious about, since Ichigo got his powers back, since he got his Soul Reaper powers back, does that mean he has his Hollow powers back? Meaning, could he actually put on the Hollow Mask again, or is that not something he can do anymore?
Um, I'm under
Since
the impression that there is a slight chance that maybe, just perchance, I don't think he can use it. Um,
Because if I remember correctly, the one sword is supposed to represent his Shikigami slash Hollow powers, while the other one is supposed to represent his Quincy powers.
uh-huh.
So, so we're not going to be seeing Hollow Ichigo come out to fight, or should I say, we won't see Ichigo hollow up in order to fight Yuha.
I don't think so, actually.
I mean, I guess that would kind of sort of make sense since he didn't use his hollowified form to fight Aizen.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? There's I wouldn't be surprised if in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it. Mainly because he's wasting. Kubo seems to be stretching things out, so I wouldn't be surprised when Ichigo finally gets a fight against Yuha Bak. He not only pulls out his new Bankai, but also is able to puts his mask on.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's my theory that he is the holder of one of the pieces, the other remaining pieces of the Soul King.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know I've been rambling on, but this chapter was okay. I mean, final part, the whole thing with Kenpachi and Mayuri was hilarious,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm now I'm intrigued as to what this thing can do since it messed up Kenpachi's arm.
Right.
But hopefully we'll focus on that next week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was alright. In my eyes, it was an okay chapter. I mean, maybe an okay plus, and a decent amount of. There was some decent comedy and a decent amount of blood.
Yeah.
So,
I personally I kind of like the chapter. I mean, objectively it was okay. I kind of enjoyed it more than I thought like objectively of it. So yeah, I guess that does it for me.